Some of the volumes in today's haul I have been waiting for over a year at this point, so February's manga haul was insane. Hey guys, what is up? It's HVL Manga here and welcome back to the YouTube channel. So it is the end of February, believe it or not. I always forget that this is a short month. And today's haul, honestly, I'm legitimately so excited. Definitely one of my favorite hauls. Might not be my biggest haul. I have around 50 or so volumes in today's haul, but it's definitely one of my favorites. A lot of these volumes of manga I have been waiting for so long, and I can't wait to show you guys everything that I picked up. So as normal, let's first go into the pre-orders that I got for the month of February. So the first pre-order that I picked up is obviously Black Clover Volume 28. If you guys seen me for any lengths of time, you would know that I do really enjoy Black Clover. I think it is just a really fun battle shonen. I love the character designs, I love the character development of our three main characters. I feel like I've also seen a more positive shift towards this series, which I'm really excited about because genuinely, I do think it's really great. I will say Volume 28. We're getting up there for volumes, I'm not gonna lie. I don't honestly know if there's an end in sight for Black Clover. I don't entirely know. But hopefully, because honestly 28 volumes is a lot of volumes and it takes up a lot of space. But Black Clover Volume 28, very excited to have this. A really solid shonen, and I highly encourage that you guys give it a shot. Okay, so the next pre-order that I picked up this month is obviously Chainsaw Man Volume 9. I adore Chainsaw Man. It is one of my favorite shonens right now. I don't know why exactly, there's just something about it that I really appreciate. It's very gritty, very gory, very grotesque, but I think in my personal opinion, every good way. I will say I'm really excited for physical manga readers only because these last couple volumes of Chainsaw Man are so good, and that's really when crap hits the fan in my biased opinion. So if you are a physical manga reader only, I'm so excited for you. I hope you're loving Chainsaw Man. I've actually read the entirety of it on the Shonen Jump app, so I know what happens. I've concluded the series, and I'm so excited for the second part and for the anime. Let's just say Chainsaw Man fans right now are eating, and we are eating well. Okay, so the next pre-order that I got this month is a series that really came out of left field for me, and I have been enjoying it ever since I decided to pick it up, and that is The Witch and the Beast Volume 8. I decided to give this series a shot maybe a couple months ago, maybe a month ago, can't exactly remember. I gave this series a shot a while ago, and I have been loving it. If you are looking for a true dark fantasy series with really great art, please give this a shot. I mean, the artist draws lips and eyes like none other, honestly. I'm kind of jealous of some of these characters' facial features, like, excuse me. A really good, solid, dark fantasy series. I highly recommend it. I will say the quality releases by Kodansha isn't great. If you're looking to pick up the series, do take a look at the volumes if you care at all about the quality of them, because a lot of mine have like nicks and the weird like cutting of the pages. It's just, I don't know what Kodansha's doing with this series, like physically wise, but really good series nonetheless, and I do recommend that you guys give it a shot. Okay, so the next manga that I picked up is actually one that I'm really excited to give a shot. I have zero context for this series outside of this volume. I haven't read this volume yet, but I know it's a game, but I haven't played the games. Again, I have literally zero context to that story, and this is Dragon Quest: The Adventure of Dai. I believe that's how you say it. Again, I haven't played the Dragon Quest games. I have no idea for the world or anything like that, but I looked at it in Barnes & Noble, and honestly, it seemed kind of interesting. Very old school, very like classic stuff, and I just wanted to give it a shot. Again, I haven't read this yet. When I do, hopefully I like it. It seems like something that I would enjoy. It just seems like a solid story, and I hope that I enjoy it. Okay, so the next manga that I picked up this month is obviously JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 5 Golden Wind Volume 3. Whenever these volumes of JoJo's come out, I get so excited. It's always so nice picking up a volume of JoJo's. JoJo's is easily creeping up into my top 10 series. It is so good. It is just, I can't believe I slept on it for so long. Like, genuinely, I can't believe that I did, because I really love it. I'm also really glad to be caught up to date with the physicals because they're expensive. You know, I will be honest there, it's about 20 bucks a book. And when you have like 500 released, not actually, but when you have a lot released, it does get kind of expensive. So I'm very excited to have this volume. I'm not on part 5 yet, I'm currently on part 4, but I'm very excited to get to part 5 when I finally do. Okay, so the last manga pre-order that I got this month is another one that I love. It always feels so good picking up a volume, even though they are kind of expensive. That is Full Metal Alchemist in the Full Metal Edition, Volume 16. This series does not miss. It is my third favorite anime and manga of all time for a reason, and these editions, these Full Metal editions, are so nice. They are such beautiful hardback books with really, really nice page quality. I always recommend that you guys pick these up unless you're wanting to ball on a budget. If you're wanting to save some money, I'd probably go the box set route, but if you're willing to spend a little bit more money on this series, I highly recommend these Full Metal editions. Just so nice, so good, the story is amazing. Overall, I love Full Metal Alchemist, and I think there's only a couple more of these left. I want to say there's 19 in total, correct me if I'm wrong, but very excited to have this completed at some point. I think by the end of the summer it'll be completed. Regardless, I love Full Metal Alchemist, really beautiful editions, and I cannot wait to get more. Okay, so now we're going to transition into kind of other random manga that I got. We're going to go singles, then into larger sets, and then favorite stuff. So first up here, I decided to be bold, okay, and I picked up Great Pretender Volume 1. So Great Pretender is actually originally an anime, and I loved the Great Pretender anime. I thought that it was so good, it was so unique. I just felt the coloring and the vibe and the animation style was just very different, but in my opinion, in every good way. So I thoroughly enjoyed that anime. And when I saw that this was coming out and that this was going to be based on the anime, honestly, I was very skeptical. I think a lot of manga based on anime instead of vice versa normally, in my opinion, isn't all that great, so I was very hesitant to pick up. I even kept the receipt because I wasn't entirely sure. I'm like, I need to be ready to return this if necessary. But I read this and I really enjoyed it. It actually stayed very close to the anime, so I highly enjoyed this and I cannot wait for Volume 2. I don't know when Volume 2 is coming out. I don't think there's been a release date yet, but hopefully soon because this was actually really good. Okay, so next moving on, another random volume of manga that I got this month is one that I have been deciding on picking up for a really long time, and I just decided to bite the bullet. I just decided to send it, just decided to do it, and I'm really glad that I did. I picked up the first Devilman Classic Collection release by 7 Seas. So I recently watched, not really recently, but a while ago, I watched Devilman Crybaby, the anime on Netflix, and that anime is a fever dream. Like, young kids, please do not watch it, because if I was young and watched it, I would probably get nightmares. But I loved it. I loved the anime. I thought the end really brought everything together. I thought it was just so different and so unique. I genuinely loved it. I really thought about this purchase for a couple months, honestly. Like, I saw it in stores a while ago and then it suddenly disappeared. And then when I kind of decided that I wanted to pick it up, the first and second volume kind of became out of stock and expensive on the secondhand market, and I'm like, well, dang it. So I was actually kind of sad about that, but I went to the Barnes & Noble the other day, found Volume 1, scooped it up, read it, and it doesn't exactly follow the Devilman Crybaby anime, but it does enough, and also I just thought that overall it was a really good read. Definitely weird, definitely fever dream type stuff, but I really enjoyed it. Definitely a classic. If you are older, I recommend Devilman. I thought it was really well done, and I cannot wait to read the second one once it finally comes back in stock. And these editions by 7 Seas are really nice. It's a really nice hardback edition, and it's the spines, there's like a give to it in a way. I don't know if that's exactly how you describe that, but there's give to it, so you can't really crack the spine, which I really appreciate because it is a thicker book. Overall, Devilman, really good. Highly recommend it. Okay, this month really seems to be me trying new things. Honestly, be proud of me. So the next manga series that I picked up is another one that really surprised me. I was in the store one day and I saw this series and I'm like, I feel like I've heard things about it, but not a whole lot of people talk about it. But I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna be bold. I'm gonna pick it up. I kept the receipt in case I wanted to return it, but I picked it up and gave it a shot and ended up loving it. And that is the Apothecary Diaries Volumes 1 through 4. This series frickin' surprised me. I don't know how else to say it. Originally looking at the covers and kind of the art, it looks a little cutesy, a little bit more maybe something that I probably wouldn't really enjoy, but after reading it, it's like, it gets really dark. I think the art one is really good, and this story is basically about our main character working in an inner royal court. And there's a lot of mystery, a lot of like drama, a lot of very intense situations that our main character has to work through. And it's very interesting. It's also a historical manga, which I love history. History I love it. If there was really money in it, I'd be majoring in it right now. But just a really good mystery kind of historical manga. I highly recommend that you guys give this a shot. There's only 4 volumes released currently by Square Enix, which I don't have a lot of manga by Square Enix, so that was kind of a surprise when I picked it up. So it's not that much of a commitment currently, so I honestly highly recommend it. I think it's really good, and I have been loving the series. So yeah, The Apothecary Diaries volumes 1 through 4 really surprised me, but really, really good. So the next series that I picked up is the entire series actually, and this is one that my friend May has been recommending me to read and give a shot for the longest time. She loves the series, she thought that I would, so I decided to pick it up, and that is Black Torch volumes 1 through 5. So this is actually complete. I think the ending was either rushed or canceled or something of that nature. I can't exactly remember what the story was behind it, but something was kind of rushed at the end. Yeah, I picked this up primarily on May's recommendation, so I honestly have not gotten into it yet. I hope I really enjoy it. I've heard from some people that it's good. I haven't heard like insanely good things, like it's the best thing ever, you know, I haven't heard anything like that. But I have heard generally positive reviews, so I'm excited to get into this, give it a shot for myself. I hope that I like it. It seems like something that I would enjoy. I mean, it seems like we got some, you know, interesting looking characters, some action, some fights, so I'm sure that I'll like it. It's just a matter of me actually reading it, which I do plan on doing that very, very soon. Okay, so now I'm definitely transitioning into some of my favorite pickups. So if I talk about it and I'm very excited about it, it's because I really want you guys to read all of these series. The next series that I picked up is actually the rest of a series that I was missing. So I picked up the first volume last month, read it, loved it, and literally like the night that I read the first volume, I immediately went to Amazon and ordered the rest. It was that good. So I picked up volumes 2 through 8 of Pluto. So where do I even begin? I actually just finished reading Pluto last night, and it is so good. This is essentially another take on the Astro Boy story, which you don't need any context of the Astro Boy story to read Pluto, which is something that I really appreciate because I didn't have any context for Astro Boy. This was just done so well. It was so fast-paced throughout the entire thing, which is something that I really appreciate. It definitely keeps like my mind engaged and like want to further read the story. Overall, this was just so good. You got attached to the characters in their own way. Essentially, Pluto is about this world where robots and humans live together, but there are these 7 like very high caliber, high class, very, very intelligent, like the best of the best robots there is. And all of a sudden, those 7 robots start to go missing and get killed, essentially. So it's uncovering the mystery behind that. Why does that happen? Who's killing them? What's the motive? There's a lot of mystery. There's a lot of action. It's so good. The art is so well done as well. Probably gonna be in my top 10. I need to give it a little bit more time, but probably gonna be in my top 10. It was just that good. Okay, so the next manga that I got this month is actually a box set. So you guys are amazing because you guys always know what series and volumes that I'm missing, and you guys tell me when they come back in stock, which thank you for doing that, by the way, because I am not as good at that as I should be. So I got so many messages from you guys saying this box set was back in stock, so I immediately scooped it up. And that is the second Naruto box set. So if you know anything about my Naruto collecting journey, I guess, which is very specific, so I wouldn't blame you if you didn't. But I got the first Naruto box set probably a year or so ago. So this is one of the volumes that or several volumes I guess, that I've been waiting for over a year. I just never was willing to pay the scalper prices, which I'm glad that I wasn't, because I mean this box set was going for over hundreds of dollars, which is absolutely insane. Naruto is my favorite out of the big 3. It has the most nostalgic value for me. It's so good. It has its flaws, but it's definitely my favorite. And I'm very excited to have this second box set. I'm getting closer. Okay, next moving on, another volume of manga that I have been needing, I guess needing is relative, wanting for over a year at this point is Siren Volume 8. Siren is an older Shonen Jump title, a battle shonen that I genuinely love. I want more people to read it. I recommend it hesitantly though because it is out of print. So do just be aware of that. For the longest time, I've had all of Siren except Volume 8 and Volume 10, which are 2 of the most expensive volumes in the set. So being able to find Volume 8 of Siren for a good price was so exciting. I'm so excited to finally have this. Now I'm just that much closer to finishing Siren. I am missing Volume 10 still, pray for me, but I love Siren. I think it is such a solid series. 2022, I will finish collecting Siren. It will happen. Okay, so the last volume of manga that I have for you guys today is probably the one that I'm the most excited about, and it has a little bit of a story. So here's the story behind this last volume. So I was in my business capstone class at college, and all of a sudden I got just swarmed with so many Discord notifications from my server, and I was like, dude, who's being stupid? I went online like, oh geez, what's going on? And so many of you guys pinged me and notified me that this volume came back in stock, and that volume is Dorohedoro Volume 23. This is the final volume of Dorohedoro and is a volume that I have been needing for over a year. Over a year I have needed this volume, and they finally did a reprint, and I am so excited to finally have this volume. I have never made a purchase faster in my life. I literally, in the middle of class, whipped out my card, bought it online that same moment because I have been wanting this volume for so long and just never was willing to pay the scalper prices. This volume used to go for so much on the secondary market, and I'm so excited that I finally have this in my hands and I can finally finish reading Dorohedoro after over a year. I remember getting this volume in the mail like very vividly because I remember getting this volume and opening it and audibly screamed because I was so excited to finally have this volume. Dorohedoro is such a great read if you are looking for something gritty, something dark, something, just anything like that. Dorohedoro is for you. I'm so excited to have this volume 23. If you need it and you haven't picked it up yet, I feel like it's pretty widely available right now. I think it's on Simon & Schuster and Amazon and just like a lot of different places. So if you need Dorohedoro Volume 23, now is your time. I think they're also doing just like a wide reprint of Dorohedoro, which is great because it's a great series. But yeah, so excited for this Volume 23. It has been a long time and I'm literally so excited. Like I am so excited. So guys, that was my manga haul for the month of February. Honestly, probably one of my favorite hauls. Definitely not my largest one by any means, but I got so many volumes of manga that I have been, again, waiting for a very long time, and also a lot of series that I'm actually really enjoying. I branched out, tried new things, and most of them were successful, which I'm very excited about. So guys, just thank you so much for watching today's video. I really appreciate you guys. I hope you guys are doing well. Students, I hope school is going well for you. I hope you're, getting to your studies and being a good student. I hope that's going well. Guys, thank you again so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.